I was just going through the shed looking for something else. My tent poles actually. Came across my old Whisperlite stove. That's the bag for it. There's the stove. We'll put that together in a second. It's got a heavy duty aluminum foil windshield for it. And I'm pretty sure what I have wrapped up in there is a repair kit for it. And what I didn't have was my bottle, so I just ran to Mountain Equipment Co-op to get a bottle. And wherever my bottle is original for this, must have the pump in it, so I had to buy a new pump too. So we'll have a look at that pump. This is basically the same idea as the Coleman stove that I just did a video of, only this is a small version for backpacking. And I've used this. This has gone unused for probably about 15 years when I used to do a lot of backwoods camping, and so I'm just kind of reviving it now. So I've filled this with fuel already. There's my Coleman stove fuel. It's filled up. What I have here, oh, there's a lot of traffic on the street today. This is a piece of pizza steel. I haven't done a video of it yet. I had this custom made to fit my oven. It's heavy duty steel. My wife might freak if she comes out here and sees this, but I'm going to start the stove here on the step with the steel there. I don't think I'm in danger of burning anything down as long as I don't kick it over or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. So first thing I want to take my top off of here, put my pump in the bottle, and then see how this hooks up to here. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, this thing folds down for, holy crow, you'd never guess my street is only 1 block long. So this just kind of hooks on here for storage, and then these things go around the side to make a tripod. It's a little bit more difficult to do with one hand, like so many of my videos. Here we go. You see there's little notches I got to get it into there. So that has to go over into those notches. Oh, let's go right there. Right there. So now we've got a sturdy tripod. If you're really in the outdoors, you put this on first on the bottom. Look, it's got a hole in it. That won't fit on now that you have it expanded. You have to put that on before you get it set up, and that goes to the bottom as a windshield. And then this wraps around the whole thing as a windshield. I'm not going to bother with those with what I'm doing right now. I got no wind here on my front porch. Now, this is taxing my memory, but I just did the Coleman stove, so I think I should be okay. I seem to recall you used to want to prime these things. You put a little bit of fuel right here on the top and spark that up. Let's get this hooked up first. We're going to have to put the pump in here. Now this is childproof. Here's the old lid. It was just that simple. That's the way they used to be. The threads on the inside here are still the same, but they've got this whole outer thing which is kind of a childproof cap on it now that they never used to have 15 years ago. So I ain't going to get this with one hand. You see it's not catching, so I got to stop my video here. Okay, so that's loosened up. You see, let's just double check this. Are they the same size? Yeah, that's the same thread. This is my old top from 15 years ago. Same thread, it's just got a new childproof feature on it. So this has got to go in there somehow. Let's see what we can do here. There. That goes in. And I'm going to need 2 hands to tighten that up. Well, sadly this thing didn't come with new. It came with a new heat shield, but it did not come with instructions. This is a parts list, and that's it. So, I'm guessing this thing here is the equivalent of the little lever on the Coleman stove. I don't know which way is the right way to have it flicked for operation. Right now I want to pump. So I'm going to want to do, whoops, get it pumped up. And then this is where that part there, that needle, sticks right into there. And then this thing here, that piece of metal that goes around here, hooks on the back here to clamp it on tightly. So I'm just going to pump that and then we'll hook it up. That guy goes right in there. And you snug it up. This will be difficult with one hand. Snug it up there. And then this lever has to come around and hook onto this thing here. So that's got to be in. There it is. And then that's got to clip on there. There. So now that's good and tight. The trick with these is that this lead is not very long. So you got to rig it up so that you're obviously not heating up your bottle. And I think this is actually on and on valve. It's not what I thought it was previously. This is just my throttle for the flow. So let's see what we can get sturdied up here. Okay. Now I gotta have my pan of water up there. So, water. We'll take that down for now. This foot's coming up, but once I have the water on there, that'll be okay. So I turn this a bit. Whoops. Now it's filling up that bottom cup there. Don't know if you can see that. So I opened this up, turning it counterclockwise. Then you can hear it sputtering. I can smell the fuel now. The fuel comes out up through here, and you can see liquid down there now. So it's filling up the bottom cup. I want to light that to prime it. I seem to recall. So you light that just to prime the thing, and then you let it burn for a minute, just like that. And that's throwing some heat, of course. It's safe over here. There's no amount of heat coming over there, so obviously you don't want your bottle too close to your heat. You got to prime this because part of the way this functions, you can see the supply tube goes through the heat, and that's part of the function of the Coleman stove too. If you notice on the Coleman, that happens as well. That vaporizes the fuel before it goes into the wicking system down here. So I'm going to let that die down. Once that's almost out, I'm going to turn this guy back on over here. That's throwing some heat back here on my legs, I'll tell you. Line down there. There it is. There's just a slight flame now. I turn that on, and you hear it roaring. It's got a nice little flame going to it. And that's the MSR Whisperlite. Going as good as ever after 15 years. 15 years of neglect and she's going like a champ. I'm just turning it up here a little bit, counterclockwise.